He's saying you should have put a pair of your underwear in there.
How do you know I did?
I swear I'm not trying to be rude.
I sent him with a lot of things in his pockets.
But he's either saying you did or you should have. I'm surprised you didn't start laughing, man. You seem like the kind of would have loved that one.
Who, me?
No, him.
He knows me really well.
Some things you gotta keep to yourself.
Some things just aren't fun.
Yeah, that's what Kim tells me. Is there also a foundation or a fund GoFundMe page around him?
The GoFundMe page is done, but there's a music foundation for him now at Rochester Music Lab in Rochester.
Is there any type of scholarship?
No scholarship, but it's music. It's money put into music lessons for underprivileged kids that can't afford it.
There's a scholarship for some reason. Is there a scholarship that you know of that was created in someone's name?
My boyfriend did a scholarship for his son.
Did his son pass? Yeah, he's coming through, and he's saying there was a scholarship done for me.
Probably Andrew.
Is there an overdose?
We're not sure.
Is that what's suspected? Yeah. He's saying you're right.
I never met him, but
Was it pills?
I don't know. Roger doesn't know.
He's saying I took too much or whatever it is.
There's more to it.
You said Andrew? I was partying with some friends, and they asked me to try some stuff I hadn't tried before. So I did. Could this be possible?
Could be.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think Roger knows, but there was.
Well, they suggested I try some things that I hadn't tried before, but I told them I had already taken an Oxycontin, a pain pill, and they said, "Oh, that won't hurt you," and it slowed down my system enough that my heart just stopped. So, what do you know to be untrue about that?
Because I know how he died.
Was there a gun involved?
No.
Do you know somebody who did a suicide by gun? Do you? Who's Rich? Rick? Rich?
That's Rick.
Rick.
I know him, Rick, but
Was there a suicide? So I'm sorry, as much as I'm trying to get to Andrew, he's popping in and screaming. Was that suicide by gun?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to read Andrew, and he's yelling, and I'm hearing him, and I'm sorry.
If somebody gets to go with.
He's saying, fuck everybody. I basically hated the world. I couldn't see any reason to stay. Well, I won't take up your time, but I wanted to say, hey, I was a very angry man. Very, very angry. In fact, the world was pretty lucky that I didn't go around and just start shooting people. There was not a day that went by that I didn't feel like going out and just causing pain and havoc. And then I decided to just concentrate on just taking myself out. And do the world a favor. Or I just say what I got. Was there a girl involved?
he was married.
Okay, because I'm seeing the girl. And the kids?
One.
Yeah. You say I mixed a couple different medications.
He could have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I just went to sleep.
Not exactly.
Well, then you tell me. Now I'm getting frustrated. You say you don't know, but you're telling me no.
He hung himself. He died a couple of days.
Well, I asked you if there was a suicide, but I said a gun involved.
No.
So I was wrong on that.
He hung himself, and his father-in-law found him not soon enough, and he died a couple days later. But he, I think, was in.
That's the brain dead. That's the brain dead. He was trying to come through earlier. He's saying, I tried to come through earlier and I told you that I was brain dead through lack of oxygen.
And I don't know all the details. I mean, Roger tells me what he knows.
He's saying I had to take the stuff in order to do it. I couldn't get myself to do it, so I got messed up. That's a suicide. I just had the wrong weapon. I knew I was getting a suicide with him, but I just got the wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that was the lack of oxygen in the brain that I was getting when I was sitting up here before. And the frustration wasn't with you, it was with him. Because in my head, I thought he was telling me what he did. And I heard suicide, and I got messed up so I could do it. I did a reading for a family whose daughter hung herself. And she videotaped it. How's that? For people to see. And she was on the videotape standing on a chair with a shot glass and a bottle of Jack. And she said, I can't do it, so I'm going to sit here and do shots until I fall off the chair. And that's what she did. She just kept doing shots and shots until she just fell off the chair. And she wanted a videotape. She videotaped it with her phone. How'd you like to be a parent and have to watch that? I did another a reading for a family who, how's this a unique way of hanging yourself? The daughter said, hey, watch, and yelled through the front window to her parents. And she had tied a rope to the front tree, was sitting in her dad's car out facing in the driveway, and from the front tree, and then through the front window of the driver's side window around her neck, and yelled, hey! And they looked out the window and she floored it. So they could watch. Made her parents watch. I don't know what, it's got to be a demon in somebody's kid. But yeah, he was talking and he said suicide. I just had the wrong thing. And I think he was the one coming through with
His wife was worried about her because you're not right. And she had her father going. Her father didn't go right away.
And I think that was the lack of oxygen in the brain dead. Yeah.
I guess he hung on for a couple of days.
I think I was looking down there and it was him talking.
Yeah, I remember. That was a long time ago.
And I regretted it about a second after I did it, he's saying. And I get that sometimes with suicides. Not all of them. Some I hear I would do it again in a second. But he's saying
Roger had talked to him a day or two before. He knew something was wrong and said, please don't do anything.
Why'd you do it?
My opinion, and Roger's too, that there was medical reasons that he couldn't be here anymore or something. And they wouldn't, his wife wouldn't tell him what the autopsy said. She goes, you don't want to know. So we don't see, Jennifer. She told Roger.
He's saying I had a demon. And he kept telling me.
Sounded like he tried to commit suicide once before. Twice.
Oh.
In a car, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing around here.
Do you know if he tried to gas himself?
I don't know.
Because when you said car, I felt like I had the windows up and I was trying to gas myself.
Well, I think from what Roger said, he thinks he tried to kill himself in a car.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was run off the road or.
Well, he's saying I had a demon, so maybe a demon talked him into it. A demon kept making me think I wanted to die, even though I had reasons to live.
That's weird that he's coming out, because it's not my family, it's Roger's boyfriend.
That's okay. I think they up above just see that there's a door open and they can be heard.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what this goes to when